Let's be honest, is there anything better than a warm, gooey cinnamon roll fresh out of the oven? But I get it, making them yourself can feel, well, a little intimidating. So today, we're going on a quest. We're going to unlock all the secrets to making absolutely bakery-quality cinnamon rolls right in your own kitchen.
This right here is what it's all about, isn't it? That feeling. Christine's comment just nails why we even bother to bake in the first place. It's all about creating those memories. So with that in our hearts, let's start the journey.
All right, let's dive in. I'm calling this a quest because, let's face it, making the perfect cinnamon roll can feel like a real challenge. But you don't need to worry. We've got the map, we've got the secrets, and they're going to guide you whether this is your first time or your 100th.
Okay, first things first, and this is the big one, we have to master the dough. Seriously, this is the foundation for everything. You could have the best filling in the world, but it's not going to save a dry, tough roll. If we get this dough right, you are way more than halfway to cinnamon roll perfection.
So right out of the gate, you've got a choice to make. What kind of flour are you going to use? And the experts are pretty clear. Bread flour is going to give you a sturdier, chewier roll. Think of that classic high-end bakery texture. All-purpose flour, on the other hand, gives you a softer, more tender, almost cake-like roll. There's no wrong answer here. It just comes down to what kind of texture you're dreaming of.
All right, if the word yeast makes you a little nervous, this slide is for you. The single biggest mistake people make is using liquid that's way too hot. Your milk or water, it just needs to be warm. Think perfectly warm bath water, right around 110 degrees Fahrenheit or 43 Celsius. If it's too hot, you'll kill the yeast before it can even do its job. Too cold, and it just won't wake up. A warm, happy yeast is your ticket to a light and fluffy dough.
So how do you actually know when you're done kneading? I mean, really done. Well, this brilliant trick from Bake with Zoha is your secret weapon. It's called the window pane test. If you stretch the dough and it tears right away, you got to keep kneading. But if you can stretch it so thin that you can almost see light through it, boom. That's the visual proof that you've built enough gluten for that pillowy soft roll we're all chasing.
Okay, this is so important. You have to trust the process. When you start, the dough is going to feel sticky, maybe even a little wet. And your brain is going to scream at you, add more flour, fix it. But you have to resist. As Zoha points out, that sticky, tacky dough is the secret to a super moist roll. Adding too much flour is the #1 reason people end up with dry, dense cinnamon rolls. I promise it gets easier to handle as you need it, so just stick with it.
All right, we've wrestled with the dough and we've won. Now it's time for the best part, the heart and soul of the cinnamon roll, that iconic, buttery cinnamon sugar swirl.
And you know what? The filling itself is so beautifully simple. It's really just these 3 core ingredients. You need really soft butter, super soft, so it spreads like a dream without tearing your beautiful dough. Then some packed brown sugar for that deep, caramelly flavor. And of course, don't be shy with the cinnamon. The magic here isn't some crazy secret ingredient. It's all in how you put it together. Now, when it's time to roll, you've got 2 main schools of thought. Most recipes use the classic log and cut method, roll the whole thing up into one big log. But Bake with Zoha has this really cool, innovative alternative, the cut and roll. You actually cut the filled dough into long strips first, and then you roll each one up individually. This gives you so much more control, and the result is these perfectly round, tight, uniform swirls. It's kind of genius.
But hey, what if you stick with the classic log method? How do you slice it up without smushing those beautiful spirals you just made? Well, here is the pro tip. A piece of unflavored dental floss. Seriously. You just slide it under the log, cross the ends at the top, and pull. It gives you a perfectly clean, sharp cut every single time. No squishing.
Okay, we have mastered the dough. We have perfected the swirl. But now we have arrived at the climax of our quest. This is the one single trick that takes homemade cinnamon rolls from, oh, these are great, to, oh my gosh, these are mind-blowingly delicious. Get ready, because this is a true game changer. I'm not kidding. If you take one thing away from this whole explainer, this should be it. This is the secret that all those Cinnabon copycat recipes are built on.
This is it, the heavy cream trick. Taste of Lizzie T has been championing this for over 20 years, and for good reason. Right before you pop the rolls in the oven, after their final rise, you just pour warm, heavy cream all over them. And as they bake, that cream gets down to the bottom and mixes with the butter and the brown sugar from the filling, and it creates the most incredible, gooey, built-in caramel sauce right in the pan. It is pure, unadulterated magic.
And look, don't just take my word for it. This is the kind of reaction this one little trick gets. Amy gets it. It elevates your rolls from just good for homemade to literally better than anything you can buy. This is how you get that ultimate, decadent, gooey experience you're looking for.
We are on the home stretch. The rolls are baked, the entire house smells absolutely incredible. The only thing left to do is add the crown jewel, the frosting.
And here, you basically have two classic paths to choose from. You've got your rich, tangy cream cheese frosting. That's the go-to if you want that classic Cinnabon vibe. But if you prefer something a little lighter, a simple powdered sugar icing gives you a sweet glaze that really lets that cinnamon flavor shine. Honestly, you can't go wrong. It's just pure deliciousness either way.
And there you have it. Our quest is complete. We've unlocked 4 game-changing secrets. Choosing the right flour for the texture you want, using that window pane test to know your dough is perfect, trying the cut and roll method for flawless swirls, and of course the big one, the heavy cream trick for that unbelievable gooey bottom.
So now the secrets are all yours. You have the tools to craft a truly unforgettable cinnamon roll experience. The only real question left is, which one of these game-changing techniques are you going to try first? Happy baking!